Alright, you guys, so we are at our second location. We're actually at the Bragg Reservation that is connected to the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park. This is actually the site of the Battle of Missionary Ridge that occurred on November 25th, 1863. It's named Bragg Reservation because of the Confederate General Braxton Bragg, who led a siege on the Union General Roscoe and his Union forces here at Missionary Ridge. Like earlier, we were over there at the Battle of Lookout Mountain, so that's pretty cool that we're kind of touching base a little bit of the Chattanooga area and getting a little more of the Civil War history here. But we're going to go ahead and tour around. As you can see, there's a big monument all the way down there towards the end of the Illinois regiments. There's a Missouri monument right there, and then there's a couple Illinois monuments over there. There's a couple plaques that kind of gives you a little bit more history. I'm going to bring that to you guys as well. I got a couple of cannons to probably give you some information on the artillery that was involved. But with that being said, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I love you guys.
Oh no, we're going. Wait, what? Ready? Look at this. Ready? Look. Mommy. Look. Look at this. Right, your turn.
Wisconsin monument. Can stay right here, baby.
Daddy, there's a red dot right there. What is that? What's that red dot? What's that red dot right here? What's that red dot come from?
That's where we're at, baby.
Oh. That's Ranger. Oh, there's another one. Another dot. What's that dot? What's that dot? That's Castle Mountain? What is that? What is that?
Baby, that's just showing you where you were at, baby.
That's stupid. Oh,
where's
Daddy, check that one. Check this.
What's wrong, baby?
Right.
Huh?
Alright, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Robert B. Brown.
Daddy, look at this one. This is cool. Mommy, come here.
Yes,
Come
ma'am.
Come here. Where are you? Where are you? Look at that.
It's not, baby. It's just the regiments. Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Georgia.
Okay, baby.
It's a soldier, Daddy. Soldier's mom, or Daddy. Soldier is a roller. I didn't see roller. He's a nice guy. He's a soldier, roller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Where is that? What money is that?
I don't know, baby.
We gotta find him. He's feeding to me. Both eating me. Let me eat. Oh my god. What all of these are names? What's all of these names? That's Daddy, what's that one right there?
Huh? I got that one, baby.
That's Salus, and then Kanky, and then Polar, and Snappy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He gets solely a flower. You don't have a flower. Dang it. Dang it, I get solely a flower. Dang it. That's our names?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This is Birdie. We're back. I pet that Birdie. There's one way over there. There's something on the back of them or no? Daddy, there's some over here.
Says Confederate banners here cover gaming or cannon low. You know what cannon? So that's also, so because I'm so low,
Yeah.
they would know that the cannon was too low.
What's his name? What's this guy's name? What's his name? What's his name?
There's not a name, baby. It just talks about the infantry.
Why is no one standing way over there? No one's standing way over there. It's in his way. Everyone's in his way. Oh no. Ah! They don't let me car.
Alright guys, so I'm kind of in a rainstorm right now here at the site of Missionary Ridge. So I'm going to try to weigh it out and hopefully the rain will stop at some point so I can continue bringing you guys this content. Love you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well. Alright you guys, so looks like the rain has let up just a little bit, so I'm gonna try to get back out here and finish filming this location for you guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying this video as well as the first video that I had of me out there at Lookout Mountain and Point Park. I really enjoy going out to those locations and just getting a better understanding of how the artillery was placed, as well as each and every battle and what general was involved in, and understanding their military tactics. But with that being said, we're going to continue walking through here. Here's a plaque that talks a little bit more about Missionary Ridge and the battle that occurred here on November 25th 1863. So that's actually pretty cool. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. I had to use the shirt to wipe it off. Right here, it kind of gives us a better understanding of the commanders in charge. This is actually that Illinois monument that I was letting you guys know about. As you can see, right here in the front, you have Illinois, as well as the Illinois seal. So that's actually pretty cool, and it goes all the way to the top right there. So, and we got the men. All right. Alright, you guys, so we are actually coming up on the 97th Ohio Volunteer Infantry. This is a monument for them and in remembrance of them in their battle and their fight here at Missionary Ridge. So that is actually pretty cool. Then it kind of gives you a little bit more of the history of the infantry from the 97th Ohio. There's you got another Illinois plaque. Can't really tell the regiments because it looks like it's kind of faded out, probably from the weather. Now right here is the 125th Ohio Infantry, which was Hinkler's Brigade, and so right here it kind of gives you a little bit more history of them, and it also talks about how many officers and men was actually considered, they had casualties of a certain amount of men and officers. They would list that information there, so you can have a better understanding of it. Right here we have another Illinois. Looks like it's the 32nd, the 3rd, 2nd, 25th, and I can't see the other one. And then right there you can see the down below you have the 64th Infantry, Ohio. So we're gonna kind of walk around a little bit and kind of just get a better understanding of the battle here, and just also pay our respects and honor these men that actually battled here on November 25th. 1863. What are you doing, baby?
I was gonna help you.
Oh. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, so this battle, like I was saying, it occurred on November 25th, 1863. It's named after the General Bragg, who was a commanding, he was a general for the Confederates at the time. Now, General Roscan is actually the Union general that was engaged at this battle with General Bragg. Roscan's, he's a very well-known Union general. If you guys are not familiar with my last video when I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, he was actually also the general in Stones River battlefield, as well as many other battles he was involved in. So that is actually pretty cool. to just know the the battles and everything. Interesting fact though, if you guys are not familiar, the Battle of Chickamauga that we're going to tomorrow, the word Chickamauga actually comes from the Native American language that means river of death, which fits the topic very well, because Chickamauga was one of the bloodiest battles, or one of the bloodiest battles, right behind Gettysburg. So you can just imagine the casualties during that battle. Also, General Longstreet was out there battling with the Union. Now, I have been out there. I haven't been out there a few times. Now, over there at the Brotherton cabin, which is on Chickamauga battlefield. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow as I'm going out there. But this is where General Longstreet actually had 11,000 men try to push the Union forces back into Chattanooga. If you guys are not familiar, this is Wood's Brigade. This is some of the units that was here. As you can see, there's the 13th Illinois, the 3rd Missouri, 12th, 17th, and 27th Missouri, as well as the 29th, 31st, 32nd, and then you have the 76th Ohio, Major William Warner. So that is pretty cool as well. Now, those markers right there, they give you an estimated amount of casualties on both sides. Enlisted, volunteer, generals, or not generals, but officers. So they give you that kind of information. We'll check them out. I'll bring them to you guys, and we can kind of get a better understanding. This was a pretty small battle. So it was like a one-day battle. But it was also the gateway. It was also the gateway for Sherman to be able to get in, to eventually capture Atlanta and burn it, to Savannah, Georgia, where he was later able to capture and ultimately help end the war. Following, General Lee surrendering at the courthouse in Virginia. And then you had, like in my other videos that I've most recently posted, Vicksburg, where the General Pendleton surrendered to Grant. So the Union forces had major generals in different locations of the country, and they were working out special tactics to get the Confederates to eventually surrender and ultimately end the Civil War. Now this is another brigade here. I'm not 100% sure on how to say the last name. I think it's Ostasa. I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce the man's last name. I'm trying not to butcher it as well. But he was right there with General Hooker. If you guys are not familiar, General Hooker was in a few battles with the Union up until Abraham Lincoln eventually fired him and replaced him with another general. So if you guys are not familiar, Abraham Lincoln was very notorious of replacing generals during the Civil War. But I understand where he was coming from. I really understand where he was coming from, because he was trying to end all the bloodshed and all the battles, and ultimately just kind of get the country to come together again. And in a sense, it kind of feels like today. There's a lot of things that's been going on in our world today. And I think we need to take it back to that old saying, that united we stand, divided we fall. And we all need to also realize that there is that we all share one thing in common, and that's red, white, and blue, and that we are all patriotic, and we're all citizens of the greatest country in the world, and that's the United States. And that we have so many opportunities to allow us to do different things. Like myself, I'm out here in film and travel and get to see many different places. But I do think that we all need to come together again and eventually just push all our differences aside and just go back to the way that it was before, where we all cared for one another, and we never saw each other as differences. We never seen any differences with each other. But with that, and I'll try not to gossip as much as possible, but I just think that no matter the main reason of the Civil War, or what you may believe of the Civil War, these men, they fought, and majority of the time, the fight wasn't necessarily all about slavery. There was a little bit to do with the slavery, but it was also about states' rights. They believed that they should be governing themselves, and Civil War comes when two sides have different views. And ultimately, that's what happened. They had two different views. One side couldn't come to an agreement to the other side. And then eventually they just got tired of talking. And eventually, 5 years later, we had our first American Civil War. And there was, I looked it up too, there was 620,000 men that died in that 5-year span of the Civil War. So each and every one of these men do deserve to be honored, appreciated, and respected. No matter what they did during their time of the Civil War or before the Civil War, we are all humans, and we all have, secrets that we may hold, and you may not agree with some of the things that they did or what they did or what happened or whatever the case may be, but still honor them for their military excellences, and because a lot of these men were going out here battling with no food, no shoes, and most of them didn't even have tents to even sleep in. With that, I'm trying not to gossip and harp on it so much, but I'm a very patriotic man, and I think that all servicemen or women should be honored and respected, no matter what the cause was to lead to that war. I still think that even the Civil War, the men there deserve to be honored and show them appreciation, because they are kind of like a fallen hero to me, because we wouldn't have states' rights if it didn't come about with the Civil War. We would still be run by the federal. I mean, we are a little bit, but we also have our state rights that we can work around as well. But with that being said, like I was saying, I wasn't trying to harp on it too much. That's just some of my feelings that I have inside, and I've been wanting to let it out and just share my message with you guys, because I love you guys a lot. I appreciate all the support that you guys are giving me. But here's another plaque for Williamson Brigade. Once again, it's that man's name. I can't pronounce his name. I'll probably butcher it, but I think it's Osterhaus Division, Blair's Corps, Colonel James A. Williamson. November 25th, 1863, the 4th Iowa, and it goes from the 4th all the way to the 31st. So this was a plaque honoring the Iowa regiments. And if you look right here, these are the men in charge. You had the Lieutenant Colonel George Burton, Colonel David Carkinson, Colonel George A. Stone, Colonel Milo Smith, Lieutenant Colonel Oslis Roberts, Lieutenant Colonel J.W. Jenkins. A lot of these men have some crazy names, because I'm having trouble pronouncing some of these. But they're all great men, in all honesty. No, all jokes aside, they are all great men. But I love coming out here. I love sharing the message with you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys provide me with great support. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Talk to you guys again soon.